Welcome to the Mischief Maker broadcast, where chaos, creativity, and common sense collide. Your host, Joel Freeman, was kicked out of high school in Alberta, Canada. He left home at 17 and hitchhiked around North America as a long-haired hippie and dope-smoking fool. He made a 180-degree change, becoming one of the first chaplains in the history of the NBA. As a professional speaker, Joel has traveled to well over 55 countries. His many books have been published in 28 foreign translations. Pieces from his Black History collection have been seen by millions at the United Nations and many other venues. And now, the Chief Mischief Maker himself, Dr. Joel A. Freeman.
Hi, Bigger Baby Joel here. You know, the older version of me went to a restaurant that serves breakfast at any time. So he ordered French toast during the Renaissance. Well, we've just heard from Bigger Baby Joel, and he's talking about ordering French toast in the Renaissance. And what's that all about? Well, this show is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to function as kind of like a DJ, where I'm going to be setting up songs that I have written and produced, and just sharing a little bit about the stories of each. You can check out the QR code for the mischiefmaker.com, and that'll give you kind of a link tree of a lot of different past programs, shows, all kinds of different information about different elements, Rosetta Universe and all these different other elements. So what I'd like for you to do is kind of sit down, enjoy the show. I've got a bunch of songs, at least 10, I think, maybe 11. We'll try to sneak in as many as possible. First one is called I'm History, and I'm sick and tired of repeating myself. You ready? Here it is.
I'm history, and I'm sick and tired of repeating myself. Been watching for centuries, seen it all unfold. Humans are humans, all from the same mold. I was there when Satan swelled with pride. I was also there when Jesus died. Been watching Africa, Israel, and Algeria, Russia, China, Persia, and Syria, England, Rome, the Huns and Bombay, Turkey, Greece, France, and the USA. From slavery's dark days to civil rights fought, Black history's chapters, battles hard fought, segregation, discrimination we must remember. But it's time to unite and make amends together. One thing I've seen since I was just a teen, a lot of good people outweigh the few evil. Break the chains, break the cycle, let's move forward, let love be our revival. No more repeating the mistakes of the past. It's time for change, let's make it last. I'm sick and tired, let's break free and embrace uncomfortability. No more ignoring, let's heal the divide. Learn from our past, let love be our guide. In America's story, chapters filled with pride, but also deliberate acts of shame we won't hide. Native land stolen, oppression and pain. It's time to acknowledge, it's time to reclaim. From the Civil War to battles for justice and peace, the fight for equality will never cease. We can't erase the past, but we can grow. Let's build a future where the truth will glow. Sick and tired of repeating myself, but hope lingers on, it's time to delve into a world where history's lessons we've learned. Let's rewrite the future, let humanity be heard. Break the chains, break the cycle, let's move forward, let God bring revival. No more repeating the mistakes of the past. It's time for change, let's make it last. break the chains, break the cycle. Let's move forward, let God bring revival. No more repeating the mistakes of the past. It's time for change, let's make it last.
Well, you just heard the song I'm History, and I'm sick and tired of repeating myself. It first was a spoken word production, and it's something that my dear friend Herman Veal, he's the voice of this show, the very intro and outro, and you can learn more about him at the link tree, chiefmischiefmaker.com. But he did that, and then I thought, I'm going to produce a song around it. So that's what emerged, and I really like that song. The next song is called Spin the Globe, and it's a song about taking our children when they turn 15 anywhere in the world they want to go. And I'll explain a little bit more on the back end of that song. Here we go. Spin the Globe.
15 candles, all our stuff is packed. Maps laid out, no turning back. One last adventure, just you and me, before the road calls, before you're free. From Mark Twain's pages emerged the thought of beliefs taught and values caught. Prejudice fades where horizons bend. You'll see for yourself, it will become your good friend. Spin the globe, think and probe before you fly on your own two wings. Let's talk about life, discuss bigger things. Respect, love, and the years ahead. Anywhere in the world but that. Backpack stuffed, journals in tow, writing down stories as we'd go. Jerusalem lights or Sydney streets, deserts or jungles, mountains or reefs. The road teaches more than books can say. How people live, how strangers pray. We walked through history, tasted the past, laughed at our stumbles, made memories that last. Now you're driving, working fast food late. Life is fleeting, but this won't fade. You'll watch the news with different eyes. You'll see the people, not just the size. Spin the globe, think and probe before you fly on your own two wings. Let's talk about life, discuss bigger things. Respect, love, and the years ahead. Anywhere in the world with Dad. Here's to parents who take the chance to walk with their kids through a foreign dance. It's not just travel, it's planting seeds of love, of trust, what they'll need.
Spin the Globe was a song that was sponsored by the book by Mark Twain called Innocents Abroad. Right in the very back of the book, he makes a statement that really hit me hard when my oldest son was like, I think he's 7 years of age. And he said that we need travel. You saw in the song, travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many people need it sorely in those accounts. And that's what really got me to think about the whole idea of taking my kids when they turn 15 anywhere in the world. If you go back to one of the past episodes, I have one of my sons, Jesse, and we discuss our trip to Australia with a layover in Hawaii and the benefits that came before the trip, during the trip, and after the trip. So check out that episode. You can check it out on YouTube or at the link tree above. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll be kept up to speed with what's happening. Next song is a song called In Praise of Limping. And I'll explain a little bit on the back end of how that song came about. Here we go.
Jacob was a fighter, but he fought to deceive. A man of ambition with tricks up his sleeve. He stole Esau's birthright, played the game of control. Jake's life was broke, and God reached for his soul. By the river they wrestled till dawn's early light. Left with a limp, somehow got it right. Get the big head fall, flat on your face. Walk with a limp, it's the mark of God's grace. Think you're a big deal, you're just starting to fall. But a limp is the mark of surrendering all. Saw the man chasing dreams that he had designed. Built his kingdom, left meekness behind. The walls came down and his plans fell apart. He lost what he built, but then he got smart. As the years clicked by, he had a scar to remind that God does his best work when pride has died. Get the big head fall, flat on your face. Walk with a limp, it's the mark of God's grace. You're just starting to fall, but a limp is the mark of surrendering all. She was a woman who carried the weight of loss and betrayal, a cruel twist of fate. Her dreams were shattered, her heart Pride lives slowly, confounds the wise. It's upside down. Who gets the prize? The broken rise up where pride is despised. He chooses the broken, the weary, the small, to show that his strength is above it all. So if you're limping today, don't be ashamed. It's a sign that God's love has rewritten your name. Remember this when life takes its toll. A bad day for your ego is a good day for your soul.
Well, In Praise of Limping is, of course, sponsored or fostered by the whole story, the biblical narrative of Jacob, and how he was touched in the hollow of his thigh, as it says in the King Jimmy version of the scriptures. And that story is fascinating, how he limped for the rest of his life. And I guess for me personally, it's the whole idea in a mental, emotional, spiritual realm. I'm attracted to people who are limp and who have been hit with hard times and have come through without bitterness, and somehow there's something different about them. I've been privileged working with professional athletes and all kinds of different individuals around the world for years and decades, and I kind of look for limping, and I'm attracted to individuals who have a limp in a spiritual sort of sense, and they're not stuck on themselves. There's a certain humility and teachability about them, and yet such a wisdom. And you just want to be around, just prime the pump and sit back and listen to what they have to say. This next song is called Vision Rich, Cash Poor. This is actually the very first song I ever worked on, and many years ago. And I was kind of messing with that for probably a decade. I couldn't make any sense of it until it all began to come together. And that's part of the story for songwriters out there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So here we go. Vision rich, cash poor.
I found the love of my life, a woman so fine. We talked about marriage, how we want our lives to shine. She's got her own dreams, and so do I. But it seems like we don't have enough to even try. I got a business plan, an idea so great, but I need the cash with low interest rate. I know it's risky, but I believe in me, and I know my love, she's my guarantee. Money's tight, but our dreams are bright. Together we'll make it, we'll be alright. We got love, that's the score. Vision rich, cash poor. My girl has doubts about our future life. She worries about the little money, if it's enough to be man and wife. But I reassure her that I'll do all I can to make her dreams come true and work the plan. Money's tight, but our dreams are bright. Together we'll make it, we'll be alright. We got love, so let's explore. Vision rich, cash poor. We got married to our dreams, our love unbound. Money's tight, but our dreams are bright. Together we made it and we're happy tonight. We got love, and that's for sure. Vision rich, cash poor. Looking back, we still have some regrets, but we don't forget all the good times and lost bets. We're not millionaires, but we've got so much more. God-grown kids and each other, that's worth living for. Money's still tight, but our dreams are bright. Together we made it and we're happy tonight. We got love. Who needs more? Vision rich, cash poor. Got a new knee, but young at heart, with our love as the key. Crazy about each other, and that's worth more. Still vision rich, cash poor.
Well, that's a song that maybe you can relate to. I don't know. Vision rich, cash poor. It came out of just a lot of thinking about it and trying to figure things out for many couples. Probably the high percentage of couples around the world can relate to that particular song, Vision Rich, Cash Poor. Next song, there may be some autobiographical elements to it. It's called Bulldog with a Smile. And that's what I try to be in my life, to be a person of persistence, a person who finishes what he starts, a person with integrity, a man of my word. My word is my bond, and to be a man of character. Who I am in the dark is who I am in the light, and vice versa. And when I fail, when I blow it, when I am human in so many different ways, to at least deal with it, be man enough to go to the person that I offended or hurt or whatever the situation might be, and to repair that with that person or persons who just you know what I'm talking about. And so a Bulldog with a Smile is something that I think you'll really enjoy, and you may relate to. Here it is, Bulldog with a Smile.
I'm on the bulldog with a smile, never backing down, working hard with laughter, spreading joy around. Through the blood, sweat, and tears, I find a way to laugh, but I'll never bow down to the golden calf. Integrity's my compass, guides me true. In a world of shortcuts, I see things through. I balance time like a juggler in the ring, knowing when to grind and when to let my heart sing. I've seen the highs and lows, the sun and the rain, but I keep on pushing, I don't complain. With a heart full of kindness and hands ready to give, I show them what it means to truly live. I value what matters, God, family, and friends. The love we share, it never ends. In a world of hurry, take it slow. Cherish every moment, let the good times flow. I'm a bulldog with a smile, never backing down, working hard with laughter, spreading joy around. Through the blood, sweat, and tears, I find a way
Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. Bulldog with a smile? Yeah. To not lose our sense of humor in life, regardless of what we go through. I'm the kind of person that I trust, sometimes to a fault, but I'm a trusting soul, and a person doesn't have to earn my trust. I mean, I'm careful, but distrust is earned, and that's where I continue to keep the smile on my face, is because I prefer to go through life where I am an open book, open arms to people, no one's a stranger around me. And then, if a person proves themselves to be distrustful, well, so be it. But it's on them, not on me. So next song is something that I really, it's called Kinda Like Being Shot At and Missed. And I've just been thinking about people who go through tough times. We all go through tough times, but what is it like to be shot at and missed? Maybe in the form of cancer or a car crash or something like that. Something that just turns life on a dime. And we're just wondering, man, things are so cool. Some people say we're walking toward a problem, we're in a problem, or we're walking away from a problem. That's kind of the way life is. And so to be a problem solver, to be a person who goes through something that maybe awakens them to something invisible, to someone invisible, to the whole idea of, hey, is this all there is? And so that's kind of the theme behind this song. Ready? Kind of like being shot at and missed.
Driving home on a rainy night, lost control, headlights in flight. Saw the year on the final side of the dash. Spun around, eyes closed, no crash. It's kinda like being shot at and missed. Heartbreak came when he walked out the door. Love was lost, that's her on the floor. Healed over time, found a love that's true. Nothing's wasted, God got it through. Kinda like being shot at and missed. A second chance, twist in the wrist. Life can change when a bullet whizzes past. Let's make plans for tomorrow with a nervous laugh. Cancer scared, thought his time was near. Doc said it's benign, took the edge off his fear. Face mortality, looked death square in the eye. Feet on the ground with an eye towards the sky. Bulletproof until it's my time to fly. Kinda like being shot at and missed. Second chance, twist in the wrist. Life can change when a bullet whizzes past. I'm making plans for tomorrow with a nervous laugh. It's kinda like being shot at and missed.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that song. It's kind of a short one, and sweet, but it has, I think, a valuable message to it. Right now, we're going to take a break for our sponsor. It's called the Rosetta Universe, and we're so grateful to the Rosetta Universe, and I hope you enjoy this. Here we go. Rosetta Universe, thank you.
What if we dare to believe in the inherent brilliance deep in the minds of our young people? What if our commitment to their excellence knew no bounds? What if one solitary experience could be the catalyst for untold innovations from millions of inspired minds? What if that awe-inspiring experience is right here, right now? Don't allow one child to miss the Rosetta Stone Traveling Exhibit experience, curated by the Freeman Institute Foundation. Become part of a world-changing legacy project, empowering generations to become solutionists and equipped to address the greatest challenges. Your action today shapes a future of innovation and problem-solving excellence for tomorrow's leaders. Unlock the future of leadership today with the Rosetta Stone Traveling Exhibit. Join us. Get involved. Dr. Joel Freeman, the visionary founder, eagerly anticipates your questions, ideas, and valuable advice as we embark on this transformative journey. Contact Dr. Joel Freeman. Text the word Rosetta to 410-729-7800 to request a personal call.
Well, the Rosetta Universe is something that I think you want to check out. If you go to rosettauniverse.com or just click, it's the number 1 on the link tree with a QR code. But it's where we're taking an ancient artifact and transforming it into a modern metaphor for problem solving and critical thinking. It's a global project. It's so huge, I can't do it. And so if you have any ideas after you check it out, please let me know, okay? Now, the next song comes from very deep in my heart. There's a story behind the song, and it's called Hurricane Bigotry. Hurricane Bigotry came to my mind as I was watching the news one day. It came even more so, but there's a story even behind that of a gentleman I met in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Let's go to it right now. Hurricane Bigotry. Ready? Here it is.
10 years of age, a young black man heard the words that sting. As years passed, he leaned into the wind like Howlin' Wolf and B.B. King. Different rules apply based on skin. A broken world, where do we begin? Life's lens altered, a new reality found. Injustice and prejudice seemed all around. Yet he chose to rise amidst the storm's roar, finding strength within like never before. Hurricane bigotry swirling so strong, even with God it's tough, where do we belong? Category 5 with its force unyielding, but he stood tall against the winds revealing. Like Katrina's fury, with its wrath untamed, he faced adversity, yet remained unchained. Like Andrew's power, destructive and fierce, but his spirit endured, never to pierce. Through the years he learned to navigate the tempest of bias, fueled by hate. Leaning into the wind with steadfast grace, his equilibrium intact in life's race. In the eye of the storm he found the truth, resilience and hope, his guiding sleuth. Hurricane bigotry may rage and shout, but his spirit endures, there's no doubt. Hurricane bigotry swirling so strong, even with God it's tough, where do we belong? Category 5 with its force unyielding, but he stood tall against the winds revealing. reached a tall against the winds revealing. Against the winds revealing.
There we have it, hurricane bigotry. They say that wind gets a name after a sustained speed of 75 miles per hour. I don't know what that is in kilometers for those of you who are in different parts of the world, but it's pretty fast. And it's all about retaining our equilibrium, our sense of humor in the midst of hurricane force winds. Now, it doesn't have to be race related. It also can be where someone, maybe they're just feeling hurricane force winds because they're young or they're old or maybe overweight or underweight, or there's just so many ways that we can experience hurricane force winds. Some of the cruelest people on the planet are kids. If you're not wearing the right type of sneakers, if your clothes are a little bit out of vogue, if you might have some kind of impediment, speech impediment, or your ears are too big, or nose too big, or you know what I'm talking about. And so the whole idea of understanding how to retain our equilibrium in the midst of hurricane force winds. And I hope that it's something connected with you. Next song is called Empty the Library Within. It's the title of the album that I put together. And it is all about, well, I'll tell you more about it on the other side, okay? Ready? Here it is. Empty the Library Within.
Bobby grew up in a small town, a dreamer with big eyes. Joined the Air Force, saw the world from unfriendly skies. He was curious, studied hard, read books of every kind. Amassed a wealth of knowledge, but kept it all confined. In lands far and wide, in the vigor of his youth, life hit Bobby hard and he remained aloof. He kept quiet about his stories from K to Gray. Late in life he opened up, as Bobby would like to say. Unpack your inner library, next generation needs to know. Release your hidden treasures, you got seeds to sow. The world needs your stories, both the bad and the good. Empty the library within, you should, you could, you could, if you would. He watched the rise of nations, the fall of ancient walls, saw little hope in the chaos, heard the silent calls. But all of life's adventures, both seen and heard, remained his hidden library with chapters burned. Now let me ask you gently, what wisdom will you reveal? What nuggets of gold, what tales of tempered steel? Bobby took stock of his life, his counsel in demand. What a shock, he opened up so others could understand. Unpack your inner library, next generation needs to know. Release your hidden treasures, you got seeds to sow. Write a book, tell your stories, both the bad and the good. Empty the library within, you should, you could, you could, if you would. So take a look inside, I hope you'll agree to use all types of media for the world to hear and see. Pass on your godly wisdom, leave a legacy
legacy. Don't wait for life's conclusion to share what you've amassed. Each day's a new chapter, don't let the moment pass. Your journey holds the answers to questions yet unasked. Step outside your comfort zone, leave a legacy that lasts. Empty the library within, you should. You could if you would. If you would.
Empty the library within. You know, over the years, I have attended and been a part of a number of funerals. I've been in the room with a number of people who passed away. And I've been there when the plug has been pulled in the hospital. You probably know what I'm talking about. And so it's the whole idea when you're at a funeral, a memorial service, and the body is laid out in the casket, if it's that type of funeral, or maybe it's, maybe just the picture of the person on a desk in front of everyone, and some other pictures going on the screen. And so it's the whole idea of what kind of library was within that person that's now gone. And it could be so many different elements with that person. And so I want to encourage every one of you who are watching to just take inventory of your library within and just think about the next generation and what you want to do to use podcasting, video, write a book, put up a website, a blog, whatever it might be. Get that library out of you for the next generation. If you're a senior grandparent with grandkids or great grandkids, you've got to get around to it. Even if you have one of your grandkids come and put their cell phone in your face and say, okay, grandma, grandpa, what was it like when you were a teenager? What was your first job? All those types of questions are so important to pass on, to empty that library within. Next song, you may or may not agree with, but it's called When You Know, You Know. And we'll talk about it on the other side.
The hummingbird flaps its wings, 50 beats a second, a marvel of creation, precision that can't be reckoned. The butterfly's migration, spanning across the seas, guided by an unseen hand, carried by the breeze. The coral reef's kaleidoscope, a vibrant living art, ecosystems intertwine, playing every part. When you know, and it's clear to see intelligent design in all its majesty. The northern lights, a dance of colors in flight, electrons meet the atmosphere, a stunning sight. The honeybee's precision in a hive of symmetry, a pattern so remarkable it speaks of divinity. When you know, there's a hand behind it all, a touch of the divine in every rise and fall. Each year a beautiful design, from the stars to the sea, points to the Creator in perfect harmony. Look into the heavens, see the stars align, the dance of constellations, each one in perfect time. The spiral of a galaxy, the vast Milky Way, whispers of a grand design, lighting up the night and 3 billion letters long, written by the master's hand. From the smallest atom spin to the elephant's grace, every intricate detail a testament to faith. When you know there's a hand behind it all, a touch of the divine in every rise and fall. Each year a beautiful design, from the stars to the sea, points to the Creator in perfect harmony.
Well, there we are. When you know, you know. And I'm a firm believer that things didn't just happen. I don't care what you want to call it, a big bang or whatever it might be. But to me, when you have a design, like I have a designer who designed this. This just didn't pop out. Someone created this. A painting, someone painted it. Furniture didn't just suddenly, voila, there it is. Someone had the idea, a sculptor had an idea for a sculpture. And so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I believe it with all my heart. The next song is all about, it's called Selfaholics Anonymous. And I'm hoping that this can be utilized in AA, NA, all kinds of anonymous programs around the world, maybe as the song 5 minutes before the evening is to start, or the afternoon or the morning, whenever the meeting is. And it's for people struggling with addiction of some sort. And to me, every addiction is rooted in self-centeredness. And so Selfaholics Anonymous seems to be an all-inclusive group of all of us who struggle with self-centeredness. So I hope you enjoy this song. Selfaholics Anonymous, here we go.
We admit we're powerless over self-absorption. Our lives unmanageable, drowning in distortion. Came to believe in the power greater than our pride, the redemptive plan that restores us to sanity inside. Negative impacts linger from the selfishness we've sown. Isolation, broken bonds, a heart of heavy stone. But when we choose unselfishness, 3 blessings come to light: peace within, true connections, and a future shining bright. Selfaholics Anonymous, we gather here today to find a higher power who shows us a better way. Turn our will to someone greater, let go of our own. Walking through these lonely steps, we're never alone. Negative impacts linger from the selfishness we've sown. Isolation, broken bonds, a heart of heavy stone. But when we choose unselfishness, 3 blessings come to light: peace within, true connections, and a future shining bright. A searching moral inventory of our private fears, facing every selfish act with repentance and tears. Direct amends to those we've harmed, healing broken ties, Unselfishness brings freedom, light within our eyes. So let's continue seeking a life beyond our needs. Unselfishness, a journey planting humble seeds. Together we'll discover the beauty of this path. Selfaholics Anonymous, reclaiming what we lack. What we lack, reclaiming what we lack.
So I hope you enjoyed that song, and maybe if you're part of the anonymous community, maybe you can go to the link tree and find out where all the songs are, or look it up on YouTube on my channel, Freeman Institute on YouTube, and subscribe and make comments, but then get a hold of that song on my channel and maybe share it with the people in your sphere of influence to see if this might be something that might be a great opener. 5 minutes before the meeting starts, everyone knows time to get my cup of coffee, a donut, whatever it might be, and sit down and get ready for the meeting. So next song and final song is the theme song to the Mischief Maker show. It's called the Mischief Maker Attitude. And to me, this song embodies what it's like to be a mischief maker. Now, if you want to know the definition of a mischief maker, just go to the link tree, go to chiefmischiefmaker.com. Those 3 words, chiefmischiefmaker.com. And then find out the definition of a mischief maker and just see how it fits and just see if that might be a worthy goal or objective in your life. So here we go. The mischief maker attitude, I'll tell you a little bit more on the other side. Ready? Here it is.
In a world where the questions were few, rose up creatives who saw something new. While others stayed silent, they boldly spoke, breaking the tension with humor and hope. Just a bit crazy, that might be the prize. Boring routine is where wonder dies. Value the mischief maker's latitude. Arms open wide, all gratitude. Asking what if in the quiet room. Listen for the music, a cheerful tune. Strange yet wise, misunderstood. That's the mischief maker attitude. When problems come dressed in tradition's disguise, meet it head on with curious eyes. Not for the title, not for the fame. Discover solutions, not someone to blame. See every setback as part of a game. Examine dumb rules without any shame. In crowded spaces or corners alone, new voices are welcomed like seeds freshly sown. Trust isn't earned, it's freely shared, but gaslighting frauds are rarely spared. Each conversation a door swung wide. Plenty of fun on the curious side. Value the mischief maker's latitude. Arms open wide, all gratitude. Asking what if in the quiet room. Listen for the music, a cheerful tune. Strange yet wise, misunderstood. That's the mischief maker attitude. Some say be quiet, some roll their eyes, but mischief makers refuse to compromise. They stir up the waters others have ignored, turn broken systems into something restored. Not rebels in name, but rethinkers by trade. Builders of paths where no maps not an expert, not trying to be, but I'm a student of all I see. So here's your invite, plain and clear. Bring your quirks, your questions, your cheer. The world gets better when we intrude with the mischief maker attitude. Value the mischief maker's latitude. Arms open wide, all gratitude. Asking what if in the quiet room. Listen for the music, a cheerful tune. Strange yet wise, misunderstood. That's the mischief maker attitude.
Okay, that's the last song tonight. The Mischief Maker Attitude. A little bit of Frank Sinatra, a little bit of blues, and mixed all together into the theme song for this show. Well, I can't wait to see you next, or you see, I don't know how that works, but can't wait to be seen, I guess, next week on the Mischief Maker Show. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'm taking off my DJ hat now. And eebity, that's all, folks.
You have just experienced another episode of the Mischief Maker broadcast. Hit the subscribe button. Connect at chiefmischiefmaker.com. Thanks for coming along for the ride. And hopefully, you are now a bit closer to becoming a mischief maker in your part of the world.